the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2 of OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Of course, our Monday show is brought to you by Bayou Automotive, BayouAutomotive.com, BayouAutomotive.com. All right, LSU football had a scrimmage over the weekend, and our investigative reporter, Taylor Sharp, was out there for the full scrimmage. He did not leave early. He didn't Christian Bale like Hanny did. Hanny. Just leave early. Could have missed something.
In fairness, I wanted to.
But you didn't.
I didn't.
Why
I didn't know if they were going to let us out. I got scared for a little bit.
But you didn't.
I was like, are we forced to watch this?
Lane insists that you stay for the last drive. And by insist, it means we're going to lock you in.
Mm-hmm. No, it was not a great day for the offense, guys. They have seen better days. 5 interceptions between Husan Longstreet and Landon Clark. And for the first time, I actually thought Longstreet played a little bit better than Landon Clark. Just neither of them were great. Just less mistakes, I guess, overall for Longstreet. Out of the 5 interceptions, Clark did throw 3 of them.
You were a little bit more passionate about this at commercial break.
Well, sure, Matt. I mean, there's certain FCC violations that don't apply during break, but just a bad day, just sloppy day. They did have officials out there because it was technically a scrimmage, so a lot of holding penalties, and that might be my biggest negative takeaway is the offensive line is still kind of bad.
Yeah.
They're bad, especially against that first team unit. Like the second team O-line wasn't quite as bad going against the second team defense, but that first team O-line couldn't run block. I mean, and you'd seen it. The receivers on the outside, when they were trying to pitch the ball on the outside, they can't run block. I mean, it's something that is definitely a work in progress. Like it looked pretty similar.
Is that what stuck out to you from the offensive play? When you said the offensive line play wasn't very good, that
their
run blocking?
Their pass blocking was better than their run blocking. Better.
Okay.
Not
all
great,
right.
But better.
Okay.
There wasn't a ton of room to run between the tackles and really on the edge as well. So that's a negative for me. Positives, this defense is really good. Mm-hmm. And the defensive secondary is really good. I mean, you got Woodland and Pickett on the outside. I don't know if they got a deep ball completed on them all afternoon. And then, Cooley's great. Benefield looks like a stud at safety. We've talked about him a ton. Your favorite spot, the star.
Yeah.
Deshaun Spears looks right at home there. I mean, this was like the first
How could you tell it was a star?
Because he was lined up inside in the slot.
Okay.
And it's not a nickel. It's a star in Blake Baker's defense. So
Perfect.
He looks great there. It was our first extended 2-hour window we got to see of him there. He looks great. I mean, he's flying down, making tackles at the line of scrimmage. He was everywhere on the defense. So that's probably my biggest positive and negative. Defense definitely won the day. Only concern for the defense, second team secondary is a work in progress. So you're starting 4 or 5, however you want to put it, looks really, really good. There's a little bit of a drop off behind them, but overall they were really good.
I think at this point of the year, I think it'd be very strange if the defense was not well ahead of the offense.
The defense should be.
They should be crushing right now.
In most football situations, that's the case.
Especially in this one.
In this one, when you have basically your entire defensive staff back, missing one person from a year ago, and you have a bulk of your defense back that was here, as well. Like you did a really good job of retaining those players. Yeah. If the offense was going out there and lighting it up,
I'd be a little worried. I'd be more worried than I am now. Like, there are 0 alarm bells sounded in my head.
Yeah.
From hearing a practice report where the offense now, I don't know the specifics. Like, if I specifically go, the biggest thing that concerned me when you were talking was the offensive line. That's why I kind of asked you, like, what specifically about it. Run blocking, I'm okay with it not being real clean. You never really run the ball great in a scrimmage anyway. The defense is seeing the same running plays every single day, right? It's not like you're going to scheme up try to install something for a scrimmage.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Like if they were losing a bunch of one-on-one pass rush battles, I'd be like, all right, well, that's got to get fixed.
Yeah.
But I got no alarm bells from an offensive standpoint. The defense should absolutely be ahead. They're usually always are ahead in a spring or a training camp, but specifically in a situation where you're installing a completely new offense, you're doing something that probably none of these guys have ever done before, which is go at the speed of which Lane Kiffin likes to go. Of course, there's the defensive staff. There's a lot of consistency there. There's a lot of consistent players from last year.
Yeah.
They're going to be ahead. I mean,
I was talking with one
line.
of the offensive coaches the other day when I went over. I had to go to the building for something. I just, hey, how's it going? He's like, well, it's new. It's new from they have to embrace the suck of how fast they go and then thrive in it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's what we're working on right now. That's the part of it that we are hammering home right now. Like right now you're going to be tired. That's going to get fixed. The more we do this, the more, we implement all of our things, but also like you have to thrive. That's why we do it.
Right.
Like you got to thrive when you're going fast and you're a little tired, they're worn out.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's the process that they're in right now is trying to get them up to speed with the speed of this offense. And if you ever go back and watch Ole Miss, there's no celebrating first downs. There's no talking trash after the play. Go watch their receivers. They'll catch one on the sideline and end up in like the Gatorade section, the Mahai section, and then they'll like quickly like run the ball to the official.
That's kind of how it was on Saturday too. Like
that's what
learning to do that.
They got to
like
do
the chunk
that.
plays they did.
That's a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And to y'all's point about you should be concerned if the offense is ahead of the defense. This is my 4th offseason going to LSU practices. The only one where the offense was ahead of the defense was Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas. And you had the best offense in the country and the absolute worst defense.
Yeah.
So that was the only time that the offense was ever ahead of the defense.
I don't really ever remember any team I really was on. Now, I don't know, there's certainly a lot of times where there wasn't like a big gap between. It was pretty evenly matched, but where the offense just goes out and dominates, I mean, you got to think, like you are on a defense, you're seeing for 5 straight days, you're seeing the same plays over and over and over and over and over. And then you go to scrimmage and you're seeing the same plays that you just saw the 5 days before that. So it's not like you should win a lot of it. Now, the things that concern me are why they struggled or why the defense was better. That's what we asked about the offensive line. Are they just getting beat one-on-one? I get it. If you can't run the ball, whatever, that's fine. Like the defensive line, they know where to fill. They know the reads and all that stuff. Some of the things you were telling me about the quarterbacks were a little bit concerning. Overthrows, just like physically missed opportunities or missed throws. That's one of those things you're like, well, we gotta clean that up. That needs to get better. Like you're talking about, they look good stepping up in the pocket, but airmailing some throws, which it's going to happen, especially when you're playing at a really fast pace. But certainly a lot of things that cleaned up. So let's specifically go. You said that Hassan had the better day, probably the first day he's outplayed Landon.
Less really bad throws from Longstreet. Like Longstreet looked really good outside the numbers. Like throwing a fade, he was bad in the middle of the field.
Okay.
Kind of flipped for Landon Clark.
Yep.
Middle of the field, like it's weird. Clark almost seems comfortable in chaos. When the pocket breaks down, he can get out of the pocket. I thought he did great stepping up in the pocket, but he airmailed 2 bad interceptions to a crossing route that was it was open. Then he tried to squeeze in one. It wasn't there. He airmailed that one as well. So he did good avoiding the rush. It was just he almost rushed his throw after that. Yeah. He didn't need to. So just some things to clean up. But I mean,
you could playing a little fast, huh?
the athletic ability's there. Like he can run a little bit too. Like that's not the concern. It's just slowing down, calming down a little bit. But he looks comfortable out there. He kind of rushed the throw a few times, but he'll get it cleaned up. As far as receivers go,
sounds like he took a little bit too much pre-workout.
He may have. He may have been a little bit juiced.
Landon Clark's a pre-workout guy.
He looks like a pre-workout guy.
He definitely looks like
the arm sleeve, look, he's swagged out there, man.
No doubt.
No lack of swag.
They don't make creatine to sit on the shelves, bud.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt.
We've talked a lot about the top 3 receivers. It was the same on Saturday. It was Winston Watkins, Jackson Harris, who I think is going to be really good, and Malik Elzy, who did drop a few balls. I thought Jace Brown rotating in maybe was a little bit better, but Roman Mothershed is gaining some ground. Like, they throw his way a lot. He ran mostly with the 2s, but on the roster, he is 6'5", 210. You don't have another guy like that. He looked good in his one-on-ones as well. He's going to play a little bit. He's the Troy transfer. Yeah. You don't have a guy with a body like that outside of him. So I thought he stood out a little bit.
Yeah, I think the receivers need to continue to go up a bit.
Yep.
I mean, last year, again, we talked about it. Like, you had a really good group that you didn't maximize, and this is a different group. That group is got different skill sets than the group you had last year. Like, it would have been interesting to see if you had the group last year, this year. You got a lot of bodies, though. And we talked about it the other day. Like, at some point, you got to start to figure out who can help you, who can play. And, it's got to go down to 6, and then it's got to go down to 5, and then it's got to go down to 4. And look, more than 4 are going to play, but I'm saying of guys that you can count on, guys you can trust. When you call 11 personnel, I'd like to know who that's going to be when you get ready for the first game. So you got a lot of time to get there, but with so many different options, you do want to kind of start to hone in on who you think can help you.
Trey Day is going to catch a lot of balls in this offense. A lot of passes. They went to him a lot.
You'll start whittling those reps down, but it's not going to be until halfway through training camp.
No doubt. No doubt.
I mean, maybe a little bit towards like second week of training camp.
Yeah, and then 10 days out of Clemson, you're like, all right, here's our 11 personnel.
Yeah. And we talked about this. Taylor and I did. I think it was last Monday when y'all were out. We talked about how
that was just last Monday.
You don't want. I know it feels like a month ago.
My God.
We talked about how equal reps for everybody in spring, equal reps for everybody in summer, and at the beginning of training camp, because you don't really know how somebody is going to perform in a brand new offense with new terminology until they completely learn that brand new offense and become fluent within that system. Like, one kid can be ultimately talented, but he doesn't show that talent because he's thinking so much. But once you get him past the thinking, overthinking portion, then his talent can really shine. You might have somebody that can handle the thinking and playing a little bit better, but might not be as talented or as good. Yeah. So he looks better early on.
Right.
So you really have to wait in this offense to see who's going to thrive in a Lane Kiffin offense once everybody's fluent in talking the talk, walking the walk. And you're not going to know that right now. From a quarterback standpoint, from a receiver standpoint, like everybody on offense. You're just not going to know that. So you don't make decisions right now.
Right.
And we talked about, like, coming out of spring, it's all about your pole position. All you're trying to do is, this is a qualification round just for the real competition that's ahead. This is not the competition right now. They're vying for pole position going into summer, and that is absolutely it. But until everybody gets ingrained in this new system, in the terminology, you're not going to see a clear-cut start besides Trey Dez. You're not going to see a clear-cut starter that is going to go out there and be like, yep, that's our guy. Now, you might have a really good idea about some people, but you might have a guy that didn't make a play in spring, and all of a sudden he feels better in the offense. He's not overthinking it. He's not thinking about 5 different things before the quarterback says hut or claps or whatever the heck they're going to be doing.
It's a clap.
It's a clap, and it's awful. Claps are awful.
You ever watch Jackson Dart's Gruden QB camp last year?
Yeah.
It was a clap for him.
And I just watched Carson Beck.
So John Green goes, what do you do when you're going on 2?
I don't know. You just fake clap. Anyway, obviously. Lane, I don't respect the clap count. Just want you to know, it's not you, it's me. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But everybody, nobody does speaks with their mouth anymore.
No.
Anyway, that's why it's a cautionary tale in spring ball. Don't overreact to anything, whether it's positive or negative, because it's all going to change. They're just vying for pole position right now. You're going to see talent, but you're going to have guys that are going to that might not have had a great spring that are going to be huge playmakers for you once they get into this offense a little bit more. So,
real quick, last point. Tay Tay, running backs.
Yeah, I mean, Harlem Berry's the number one. Look, Caden Durham, he has a role on this team. I think Dylan Jones is going to play a lot, though. The Wisconsin transfer, they really like him. A little bit on kick return. We didn't see a ton of that, but he was in the offense a lot. They really like him on short yardage. So that's a three-headed backfield, not a two.
All right.
I mean, that guy's going to play.
Yeah, look, we've had a 5-man rotation on national championship teams. 3 of them.
mm-hmm.
Now, one didn't win one, but like 2011, they got there and they had a big rotation. 19 is the only one that didn't have a heavy rotation. All right, we'll step away. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, if you're looking for a bank that actually feels local, go with First American Bank and Trust at FABT. Bless you, Alondra. You're not just another account number. You're part of the community. Whether it's personal banking, business solutions, or helping you plan for the future, they have got you covered with real people you can trust. Plus, with convenient online and mobile banking, you can handle your money anytime, anywhere. Make the switch today. Visit FABT.com. That's FABT.com. First American Bank and Trust, banking on a first-name basis.
Is 100 years a long time?
It is.
Because they've been in business for more than 100 years. Some people would call that a whole century. Knowing your bank, you're getting straight answers, working with people who actually care about your success, whether that is personal success within your family, or maybe that's business success. Maybe you started a company and you need to grow that inventory. You need to expand. You need to grow. Well, go work with First American Bank and Trust and that local touch. Getting straight answers. Looking somebody straight in the eye is exactly what you're going to find right there. First American Bank and Trust, FABT.com.
Off the bench with Hester and Flynn, presented by Bayou Automotive.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Always want to tell you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and guess what? Also, siding. Go Tommy's.com. GAUX, Tommy's with a Y.com. Go Tommy's.com. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. You'll clearly see the difference when you go to the website. You also see the awards they win every single year. They are the best of the best. And you're also going to get somebody that cares, somebody that has incredible customer service with Tommy and the team. Tommy, member of the Gold Band from Tigerland, so we brought him to Louisiana, man. And always love having Tommy and the team come check out our projects. Anything that you need, they are going to come and make sure it gets done as you're seeing. If you're watching this on YouTube, the gallery of work is award-winning. That's why they won Best Windows in Baton Rouge in the Advocate this year. GoTommys.com. All right, so coming up today, so we'll have Will Helmers join us in about 10 minutes from now, like he does every single Monday. And, I'm sure he's got a lot to say about the old LSU baseball series there in Oxford, Mississippi over the weekend. We're also going to do our OTB mock draft. And so in the 9 o'clock hour, we are going to each have a pick. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and just keep on going until we get to 32. That's going to be the last hour of the show. So looking forward to that. Be on the clock.
Can't wait to get on the clock. So many trades.
No trades today.
I'm offering trades.
I forgot.
You're like Bill Belichick. Like you just want to keep trading back.
Yeah, I want people. I'm sorry. That's probably a good comp.
You're the anti-Mick.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-bank. Yep.
Oh, how are we deciding draft order?
Spinning a wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all want to spin a wheel?
We can spin a wheel.
I still got it. And then, like, whoever's first, I can take their name off.
wait a minute.
I was just going to go youngest to oldest.
So me first.
Spin a wheel.
And so I'm picking for the Raiders.
It would be right.
Yeah, I say we just go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because
Okay.
Jake wanted 4th.
Who's
Why?
fourth?
The Titans.
Titans.
Because he would also get 8.
The Saints are 8. The Cowboys are 12.
I don't care.
He's already played this whole
Pick it
draft
for the
out.
Saints, though.
He's
like,
practiced. He's already done 45 mock drafts.
I forgot I was gonna do some serious research this
Okay,
weekend
do you want to
too.
do a will then?
We can do a wheel. I really don't
Let's just do a
care.
will because I don't feel like Mustache over here.
Mustache.
That's
true. He's gonna be like, Jake already had his answers.
Yeah, so we'll do a will.
He's kind of rigging it.
Dang, I was gonna do hella research. I did none. I forgot we were.
I mean,
doing
I
this.
totally forgot.
It is kind of hard though because you don't know who's going to be there.
They gave you the
when
weekend. It's
You're good.
Remind us. You know that. We need 4 reminders minimum. It was beautiful weather this week.
Great
you know I was
weather.
going to be outside playing.
Yeah.
you didn't
Incredible
have
weather.
baseball or anything?
We had
Softball,
baseball and softball on Saturday.
Saturday.
But, like, they played the normal schedule. It's like 1 game in a day.
Yeah.
It's actually not the normal schedule anymore. I mean, I know you're trying to make fun of travel baseball, and I get it,
I am.
but it's not the normal schedule.
That is true. You read that correctly.
Yeah, I know. What are you gonna do if Huck's like, hey, Dad, like, there's this team I saw, and they told me they played like 3 games in 1 day, and that sounds fun. Can I do that? What are you gonna tell him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I mean, I still make fun of everybody.
Can't wait.
Dude, I'll make fun of all the hardos that take it way too seriously.
Okay, I'll make fun of it. I make fun of that.
Ugh.
Like,
What about a scholarship?
why are you yelling at that guy? Ooh, he's 9.
You need LASIK,
I will
Blue.
say, so like,
Come on, get the LASIKs.
so like, it is funny. It happened this weekend. Like, if an umpire misses, the guy was safe out. What? Okay, like he's getting paid $55 a game. If his strike zone's terrible, like you're gonna be like, come on, guy, can we clean it up a little bit? We had this weekend where the umpires just weren't paying attention. Like, didn't know the rules, like basic knowledge of baseball. Like there was one that hit the plate, came back up, hit our guy in the box, and he's like, it's in play. Like, no, it's literally never gone fair. It's literally not gone fair yet.
There's this white line. It's right there.
And the umpire,
They chalk it every game.
he had no idea. He's like, what? And then he looked off to right field and wasn't listening anymore. It's like, guys, like, if you miss calls, look, it's a youth baseball game. You're gonna miss calls, But like, can we pay attention? Because you're kind of stealing money right now.
Yeah.
You and the Yankees hat, if you're listening, you know exactly who I'm talking to.
Sounds like you might have been a little dehydrated.
He needed something, hydration and a clue. Anywho, I'm with you. Like the ones that yell at 9-year-olds, I'm like, God, dude, they're 9.
Yeah.
Like, I promise you, they tried to catch that.
They're trying so hard. I'm telling you.
Yeah, mental. You know me. Like the only thing that I ever get mad is like mental, like things that you've gone over 100 times and you just like are not in it. If you're in it, dude, if you strike out, a lot of people in the big league strike out.
It's the one thing about coaching kids or parenting kids that drives me crazy, and it's indifference. That's the one thing. If I'm going to get upset, okay, I'll tell you, I got 2 things: indifference and lack of hustle.
Oh yeah,
I can't take a kid walking
Me
back
neither.
to the dugout. I can't take it.
I can't.
I can't stand it. I can't take it. And like, ugh.
You know how many times I have to yell, "Only the mailman walks."
Oof, you're nicer than me.
Yeah, I don't like. I say that like,
On the
I'm
hop.
with you. Yeah, something. I'm like that, dude. If you're sprinting, if you're running, if you're engaged, if you take a hack and you strike out, I'm gonna give you an attaboy.
You know what drives me kind of crazy?
You know what I mean? Like,
That
hell yeah.
they do it in college baseball and like in the MLB too, and I get it. But we were always taught to like run the ball out, no matter if it was a ground ball, if it was a pop out.
No
Like,
doubt.
why are you not full sprinting to the bag? Because like on a ground ball, it happened to Milam this weekend. Like you can beat it out if they bobble it. And like he saw that they bobbled it, he hit the Jets after that, and I'm like, why weren't you doing that to begin with? Like, I don't know, that kind of bothers me. Or when they strike out. When they strike out and they would like walk back to the dugout, I'm like, you better put a little pep in your step. I don't know.
Our high school coach used to be like, fellas, it's okay to burn a calorie.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
To Alondra's point, though, like Curiel, like when he hits it on the ground, he can hit to second base. That son of a gun is going to try to beat it out.
Right.
He knows he ain't going to.
Yeah.
But
he tries. Yeah.
And, hey, guess what?
Sometimes it
He's
works
gonna be
out.
drafted before anybody else on this baseball team.
Yeah.
If he can do it, you for sure can do it. I'm talking to the rest of the team.
Right.
Like that, it drives
Just
me
hustle.
crazy.
And it's so simple.
It is.
So simple.
Effort's free.
Yeah.
Yes, and like in baseball, it's baseball. You're not going to run another 9 route on the next play.
You know, baseball is in a hustle bad spot in professional baseball when players are getting praised during the World Baseball Classic for running hard to first base.
Yeah.
They're like, this is so different.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Look at this guy's hustle. I'm like, what? He's running. He's trying to beat out that's what he should do.
That is. Oh.
Yeah, the lack of hustle. That's so. Like the only time I ever get when I coach kids, the only thing I ever yell at and get upset about. And I tell, like, if I'm coaching a team, I tell the parents on the front end, like, the expectations are, and, like, while the only reason I would ever try to teach a kid a lesson is something that's, like, a lot, like, I call it, like, a life lesson. Like, less than just your attitude.
Yeah.
Hustle, listening, respect, like, all that stuff. But, like, to get mad at a kid for striking out, missing a ground ball, catching a pop fly, go fly kite.
Unless you run up first on a fly ball.
Man, unless they're teenagers, then you get them.
It is
at a certain point. You got to
the gloves come off.
The gloves come off.
At a certain point,
you flip the switch a little bit.
Yeah.
10 and under.
Yeah, dude. There's a pitch down the middle, and the guy loads up, level swing, takes a hack. All right, bro. Good swing.
Don't do that as an 11-year-old though.
It's fair game. Then.
That's when the scholarships are up for grabs then.
What about his scholarship to Florida State?
I think of you as a dad on the sideline of that movie. Them boys are having the time of their lives.
Getting yelled at. He's grabbing his face mask. Good stuff. Good, clean fun.
All right, we'll take a break. Will Helmers joins us in studio when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
You left a part out there, Tay Tay. All right, go to getgordon.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. When you go to the website, so many different things that you can do. You can have a live chat right there. It's going to pop up. Right, they're going to answer some of your questions. You can check out cases they can handle in the courtroom. Past client results right there on the homepage of getgordon.com. At GetGordon is always going to be the handle on all major social media as well. So Facebook, X, Instagram. You can see what they're doing with your favorite athletes in Louisiana with the G team, or what they're doing throughout the local communities in Louisiana. You can always find them also on the phone by dialing your area code in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
That's right. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorney. If you've been injured, whether it's a car accident, little fender bender out there, maybe it's on the job, whatever it is, call Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys, and they will fight for you. Get exactly what you deserve. You've seen all the work that Gordon McKernan has done in the community. Let them fight for you if you've been injured. Get exactly what you deserve. GetGordon.com.
Off the bench with Hester and Flynn, presented by Bayou Automotive.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio every single Monday. Our guy Will Helmers joins us here in studio. Check out Louisiana Loaded. Will always doing big things there, and we always appreciate his time. And I wish it was under better circumstances, but you know,
it's baseball.
It is. It is baseball. Bad weekend for the Tigers. You were hoping to go an Ole Miss team that was right where you were in the standings and go be competitive, which, you know, at times you were outside of the second game of the series. But right now, there's a lot of things that LSU has to do right that they're just not getting done.
Yeah, it's just kind of all over the place a little bit for the most part. You look at it and you have the defense, the offense, and, you know, the pitching side of it. Those are the three things of baseball. And one game it's there for one, and the other two it's not. And so you're functioning on one thing, whether it's offense, defense, or pitching. and sometimes none of them.
Yeah.
And so that's why you see these ups and downs and late in the innings, and there's just a lot of things going wrong.
Yeah.
For him, it's a fact. Baseball's hard. You hear that all the time, and I've said that many, many times. It's a difficult thing, and a lot of things got to go right. It's tough, and it seems like nothing's going really right for them right now.
Yeah.
And it's just makes it 10 times harder. You got to play. It comes down. You have to play fundamental baseball. Like you can't. You got to do the fundamental things right, the things that you've been doing since 8 years old, right? And that happened to him a lot this weekend. Where something, and not just specific plays. You have a lot of specific plays that you can pinpoint, but if you look throughout the entirety of the game, it's just not there. Like the fundamental things, like watching third pitch strikes, like right down the middle.
Yeah.
And swinging, striking out, looking like a lot of different things, and you can go back and look, and they got to do the fundamental things right, and they're just not right now.
We talked a little bit about this earlier. It's like winning cures everything, right? Winning solves a lot, but it also hides a lot.
It does.
So being a former player, do you like even in the wins are fun, and we celebrate them, and like heroic efforts when you do win, and LSU certainly has done that the last couple of weeks leading up into this past week. But like watching it, have you been like, okay, the win's great, but they still got to do this? Like, what are the consistent things that you've seen kind of all year that they just have not been able to clean up?
I think a big part of it is from the mound. I think you're seeing a lot more walk. Like, and I like to look back at other years, and you don't want to do that, but when you win, you want to look back at like when you win a national championship. You want to repeat that. And so when you look back at those 2 years, the past 3 years, they're walking so many guys this year, and they're putting guys on base. Like if you go back to certain series, say they walk, 16 guys in a weekend, which has happened.
Yeah.
In 3 games, they're walking 16 guys, which is 4 runs for a team. 4 or 5 runs for a team, and that's just on walks. You're putting free guys on base and letting them have it. And teams in the SEC take advantage of that, and they're going to capitalize on your mistakes. And that's what a lot of teams are doing to them. And, on the flip side of that, they're not doing that. They're not capitalizing on runners on base, and then you look at the defensive side of things, they're making errors, like more than any
pretty basic
plays and plays that are controllable. Look, in baseball, you got to control the controllables.
Yeah.
And fielding is a pretty controllable thing.
Yeah.
It's a very repetition-based, practice-based thing, and they're just not there. They haven't gone over the edge of being that great defensive team like you've seen in the past. You look back at the error count this year; it's way sky high, as opposed to other years. And
last year was great.
It's great, and so that's a huge thing. Like they're just the free runners, and that goes, the errors too. You're putting guys on base that shouldn't be there. Those are 16 or 17 more outs in a weekend. That are just there for the taking. So, and they're doing great things too. Like you look back at last weekend, and they hit the ball great. And there's spurts of super high highs, and then there's the low lows. And so they got to find that middle spot, which is tough.
Well, how tough is it too? And we were talking about this a little bit before we came on. You're down a starter. You had an injury. You'd like for somebody to step up and take that over, but now it's a Johnny Holstaff situation on Sunday, which, okay, LSU's been there before. They've done that. But when your guy goes out there to start the game and it's a third of an inning, like when you're knowing that you're going to throw a lot of arms probably that day anyways, but the guy off the top only gives you 1 out, like that's got to be just a devastating for the coaches and the players. Because then the players are probably like, oh, man, how are we going to do this? We're probably going to throw a bunch of guys today. Like, luckily, like Guidry went in there and he just had to kind of take one on the chin for the team.
Right. That's part of it. It's those Sunday games are like that, especially when you don't have a third starter. It's going to be that kitchen sink kind of day where it's just like, let's throw it in there, like see what happens. And they battled, at the end, and I think Gavin did a great job coming in and just kind of settling things down, and it sparked back up again in the fourth. But it's just tough, man. Like baseball's tough, especially those Sunday games. Like and you got a lot of younger guys going out there, and guys who aren't as experienced in the SEC, going out there and trying to, find their way, and it's tough. Like Ole Miss is not an easy place to play,
right?
And not an easy place to figure out what's going on. Like and so you're walking guys and
that's before
making errors.
Ole Miss hated us even more.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's a real hate fest over there. I didn't get to play when it was real. I would have loved that. That'd be great. But Ole Miss is a tough place to play, and trying to figure it out there as a team is not easy.
Well, it's not going to be easy coming up. I mean, you got trips to Georgia. You welcome A&M in Florida to town, but you got to go to Starkville. I mean,
this is
outside of South Carolina.
Look, they're past the easy part of their schedule.
Yeah.
Which is, it's it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's coming like it or not. They got 2 more home series or 3 more home series left, and they got to capitalize on those. And then they go to Georgia, the best team in the SEC right now, and Mississippi State right behind them. Is a great team in the SEC and an even tougher place to play.
Yeah.
They got to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And accept the energy that's coming with it, and just play with some fire. It's you kind of look around, and that energy is a little down right now, and you can see it even as a fan and a former player. Like the energy is just a little down. Like they need some they need a little kick in the teeth. Maybe they might have needed this weekend, and just go back and
because like Matt, to your point, like they won 2 series in a row, and maybe it did hide some things.
Yeah.
But to Will's point, got exposed.
Right.
And if this doesn't light a fuse, then the wick is wet.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's nothing you can do if this doesn't fire you up a little bit. Like, man, as a player, former player, like something's got to change in that locker room a little bit. As a thing where it's like this is time. Like it's like nobody's doing anything for us.
Right.
Like you can only be coached so much.
Yeah.
Coaches can only do so much. The players have to go out there and execute and find the energy and be able to execute. Like that's all baseball is in any sport, anything in life. You got to go out and execute. And so people, coaches can only do so much for you. Like, and it's not like they want to win just as bad as everybody else.
Yeah.
And
to your point, who's the leader on this team?
I think there's,
it doesn't have to be just one. Like it can be.
You get a lot of guys.
Every team's different. It can be a couple of guys, but somebody. If you ever want to hope to change anything, and certainly throughout the year, it's the same issues all season long.
Right.
Now it's been hidden a few times because of great offensive production.
Yeah.
And maybe a great pitching out in here or there, but like the same issues have been prevalent all year long, and they haven't changed. If you want any hope for the rest of the season, those things have to change, but it's got to come from internal.
It has to.
So who are the leaders on this team?
I think there's multiple guys. You get a guy like Guidry, who's an advanced, 5th-year guy who's been through 2 national championships. Like he knows the recipe, knows the formula, and a lot of those guys do. Like Case and Evans, all those guys last year.
Milo's been through a couple,
yeah. I mean,
they know the recipe, but they got to be able to
and I
tell
don't
everybody else that recipe.
I don't know, and that's such an internal thing. Like for me, it was me, like me and some guys who weren't as prevalent. Like it wasn't like guys who are always in the lineup or whatever. So it may be like that for them. I think it's probably Guidry, Jake Brown, those guys who've seen it, who've been through this. Like those guys were there in 2024 when we kind of sucked. Yeah. In the season and figured a way out and found our way into a regional and then into a regional championship. Like it happens in weird ways. I don't know exactly who it is. And it may be guys who we're not even talking about.
Yeah.
Who need to step up and need to say something. Yeah. Because only so much Jay can say and Gavin can say and Jake can say. It may be another guy who needs to really, fire guys up and let it rip on somebody.
Yeah. Let me ask you this from like a specific standpoint. I kind of gave you like a metaphorical question. Let me ask you something real specific about like some of the issues. Some of the issues that we talked. You just talked about like control and not being able to walk guys. What if how has pitch selection been to you, in your opinion, on different is pitch selection been an issue on some of these walks? You think?
You mean pitch calling?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't.
Nothing stood out to you.
Nothing stands out to me.
Why is he calling that with 2-1?
Yeah, no, and I don't know these. Like everybody's different. You know, some guys change up works in a 2-1 count for whatever reason, and there's so much data. It's so data driven now, based off of what this hitter's swing does versus my slider.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh. And sometimes it gets a little wacky. Like, let's go out there and pitch a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like let me beat you with my fastball.
Right.
You know, like let's go back to the good old days of baseball where it's just me versus you.
Yeah.
You know, and there's that hasn't been lost, but I think the pitch calling's been fine, and I know that it's, you know, just from knowing Coach Yeski and, you know, Jay, like there's so much data behind it, and Jamie Tutko, like they do this all week long and figure out what's best, and it's not like it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But if you don't execute your pitch the way it's called, then it's not going to work. And so, you know, it's just back again, it comes down to execution.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, let's end this on a high note.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
That was not very uplifting.
No.
What do y'all have going on coming up? Louisiana Loaded.
Well, I was looking forward to talking about this past weekend for Louisiana Loaded.
Yeah.
We hit Hogs for the Cause.
Oh, that's
Friday.
right. We had a big weekend.
Yeah, it was huge. Hogs for the Cause Friday, and then Hondo Rodeo.
How was that? Everybody
was
that went
awesome.
said it was great.
It was great. I mean, they had 2 different rodeos. Angola Rodeo was there. They did before, and then a huge, you know, $1 million rodeo with some pretty cool. They had some cool events, and you know, Cody Johnson, Old Dominion Saturday, and then Creed last night.
Oh yeah.
Hello there. You know.
So you saw him? You saw him?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there last night.
I
Still
was,
showed
yeah.
up this morning.
What's
Good
the
for you.
first-hand review?
Wow.
Was it incredible?
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
As good
I mean,
as
it
that
was just
would be in my head.
It was Creed.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't get better than that.
That's all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say.
That's
big,
it.
Big week. Hey,
Big
I give you a lot
weekend.
of props. Big weekend and still show up Monday at 8:30.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Wouldn't miss it.
Oh, well done.
Wouldn't miss it.
All right. Anything coming? Are we taking it slow now this week?
Never. You can't take it slow, man. We got some more episodes coming up on Louisiana Loaded Podcast with me and Jordy. We got some baseball guys coming in, so it'd actually be interesting to talk to them, get their kind of feel on some things and how it's going for them this season and in the locker room.
Right.
I guess I kind of want to get a little better insight. Tipitina's on Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll see what the weekend has for us. I mean, it's just you
Never
never
slow
know.
down.
You never know. A French Quarter Fest this weekend.
It's Louisiana. There's a fest every weekend.
Yeah.
And Louisiana Load's going to be there.
All the time.
Well, we appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right,
Thank
Will
you.
Helmers going to join us every single Monday here on OTB. We'll take a break. More coming live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com. PelicanRoof.com, the website for Pelican Roofing. Once you go there, you will see that they have locations in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge, boots on the ground in both. We always say that, not driving back and forth on the basin. It's important because we want you to know that they are there in those local communities. Sure, roof replacement, roof repair, they got you covered there. You see that right there on the homepage of the website with the 5-star reviews. But also, they're always doing something big in the community. Actually, they have a community tab on their website. Mother's Day roof giveaway, the Veterans Roof giveaway, Run with Rufus. Always something going on. The best roofing company, bar none, PelicanRoof.com.
Dang right, they're the best. PelicanRoof.com. If you need a new roof, if you need a roof replacement, roof repair, whatever it is, maybe you got a new project happening. Well, they got an in-house sheet metal division as well. They got it all covered over there. And 5-star review after 5-star review after 5-star review because they are the absolute best. We know you got a lot of decisions, but go with the best. PelicanRoof.com.
Off the bench with Hester and Flynn. Presented by Bayou Automotive.
Shaking cold. These hands are meant to hold.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. All right, so we do have the order for our mock draft. We're going to go all 32 first-round picks coming up in the next hour. Tay Tay, sir, what is that order?
Yeah, completely random. Put all 4 of our names on the wheel. Alondra will have the first pick.
Nice.
Jacob Hester pick number 2.
All right.
At 3, it's going to be Matt Flynn.
Sucks.
And yours truly will have the 4th pick.
All right.
Who's the 3rd pick? Let's see.
It's up
Cardinals.
to you. It's up to you, yeah.
Oh, shocker. Tay Tay got the Cowboys pick.
Aw.
Oh, did I?
Weird.
Oh, did I?
Whoopsies.
Both of them.
Oh.
Whoopsie daisy.
Both of them.
All I
That's
did was roll the
weird.
wheel. Matt
That's
even saw me roll
weird.
it.
The Packers don't have a first-round pick.
God, I can't wait to trade this third pick. That's gonna be good.
Again,
Who wants to trade?
not me.
No, I'm good.
Matt's like, I am
need-
open for business.
I need 5 first rounders for this third pick.
5?
Here you go. Here's 5 imaginary first picks.
Imagine. Wait a minute.
Let's go. I'm so excited.
All right, well, good. Let's see. So you get the car. I'm just letting you know you get the Cardinals.
Yeah,
That's,
I'm looking at it right here. It's the first time I'm learning this as we go.
yeah, and then the Commanders.
Ooh.
Okay, that's how it's gonna go.
Yep. I might reunite the LSU quarterbacks.
We
at
are.
7.
Don't be stupid. We are. We are 10 days away. 10 days away. Yeah, we want to. We're like this is
No,
gonna be
this-
out there in the ether.
Yeah.
Right? It's
I'm
gonna be
for
out
real.
there,
I'm
right?
for
And it's
real.
gonna have who picked the pick.
Yep.
So your name's gonna be attached to it.
I might get a wheel going.
You're just gonna put every player's
What?
name in the wheel and spin
Yeah,
it. That's how
spin.
you're drafting.
Oh, what is wrong with this man?
Okay.
I'm excited
Maybe
Teams
stay away from Ruben Bain if any of y'all are out there.
because of the tiny T-Rex arms.
No, not because of the T-Rex arms.
Why?
Some came out about him
Oh
over the
yeah,
weekend.
y'all didn't see that?
He was the driver of a fatal accident back in 2021. It just came to light kind of over the weekend and everything.
How
Yeah.
did it just come to light?
They say teams know and they're investigating it.
Yep.
Oh boy, you
So
might need to know
he-
that
So
for your afternoon
no.
show, bud.
He
Not
might be
the short
available. He
arm.
might be available in
Taylor.
round 2.
Yeah.
That prep doesn't come until between 10 and 2. All right, mock draft when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to KTZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. KTZ Interiors and Outdoor Living. Brandon Barton and team been in the game since 2004. That was a very long time ago. I was in college back when 2004 was happening, and so you don't stay in business that long unless you're doing everything the right way, from products that you are selling and also the customer service that you have. And that's exactly what they have over at K to Z. And drapes, shutters, shades, motorized screens. It's inside, it's outside. It's sometimes both, like it has been for me, but you'll be blown away with when they come into your home. They're going to know exactly what you need and where you need it in about 15 minutes. That's what they've done for me. They'll do it for you as well. KTZBlinds.com.
Yeah, K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, and they have window coverings for anything. So if you have a family with young kids, they also have window treatments that enable them to safely operate those things without the cords, a safety hazard. They are proud to carry numerous Best for Kids certified products right there. Keep your house safe right there. KTZBlinds.com.